Hi guys, my name is Dr. Rocker, and if you follow along with my real-time drawing session right now, you will be a better artist, guaranteed. So take out a pencil and a piece of paper, cause it's time to practice. Let's go! And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on any of my future tutorials and stuff like that. But now for real, let's draw, my friends!
And we start off with a simple pose just to warm up, but still you can see the lines are from the shoulders and the lines from the hips are coming towards us, so there's perspective in the pose. I like to draw the whole upper body, not just chest, because I think it's a bit easier to draw that way. The arms are spread out to the side, not much to say about them. Just do a circle for the shoulders and then the two rectangles for upper and lower arms. The feet are... oh yeah, I was figuring out... I'm sorry, it's just the first pose, so I was figuring out that I wasn't on camera, but it's just in the first one. It will be better later on. Anyway, the right leg is carrying most of the weight, as you can see, and the left one is coming towards us a little bit. The left leg and the left arm are a little bit bigger because they are nearer to the viewer as the other parts of the body. And he's looking towards us, not to forget the line where the chest muscle needs to be and the rib cage in the end. For the next one, we are going a little bit more in the dynamic section. The upper body is bent towards us a little bit, and the oval I just drew here, that's kind of the chest from above, like the shoulders from above. And you can see there's the right leg coming in already, which is almost straight, so it's a very extreme position, very powerful, but you will see that in a second. The other leg is also spread apart quite a bit, but the lower leg is bent backwards a little. Pretty powerful pose. I took it from, like the most poses here, I took it from David Finch. He was drawing Invincible in this pose. A bit of a different posture, but still very much the same pose. The right arm is clenched into a fist, and yeah, it's actually not as difficult as you would think when you see the drawn pose when it's finished, but it's a really powerful pose. I love it. He could be standing above his defeated enemy, blood dripping from his fists or something like that. And when you draw a pose like that, you need to be extra careful that you make sure that the placement of the head is right, because the head needs to be a bit bent forward, like the whole gesture of the body. And there we have the chest muscles again. This is the middle of the chest, and there is our chest itself. Some rounding up with tricep and shoulders, and we are done. Pretty neat pose. You can use it with lots of characters. And since we're talking dynamic, the next figure is coming towards us. The shoulders are in a very almost U-shaped form, and the arms are coming towards us quite extreme, so there's a lot of foreshortening going on, which needs to be considered. And at the end, these are the forearms, there are only the hands missing, and this is the upper body, and this is already the end of the upper body. You can see I'm drawing in the chest, and this is the area where the stomach muscles are. And there we have the belt already. Trousers, like the underwear, just always imagine you're drawing the underwear, then it's way easier. And the last thing we need to do are the hands. And this one is from the Moon Knight, how to draw Moon Knight drawing I did. How to draw Moon Knight from David Finch, the version from David Finch. He drew, I don't know, did he draw it on Monday Night live stream, or was it a cover or just a commission? I just took a Google image I found on the internet, so can't remember. But it's such a great pose, I wanted to show it to you here again as well. But also please make sure to check out my How to Draw David Fincher's Moon Knight video. You can see that in depth. The pose and all you need to know for drawing the whole character, including inking, hatching, everything. And now I want to show you, if you have a pose you like, you can just take it and alter it just a little bit, and it will look quite different, but still also quite the same. But what I did here is, those are the fists. So he's coming at us like Superman, for example, with closed fists, which are very big, of course, because there's even more foreshortening than with the Moon Knight drawing I just did. And you can see there's almost nothing to be seen from the forearm and the upper arm. The rest is pretty much the same. The only thing I did is to reverse the legs, so it won't look too similar to this one. But you can see it's like the same pose, but still different enough to use it for another character or just another drawing. That's how you should use reference, by the way. If you want to use reference on one of your characters, don't just draw it one-to-one, except when you want to do a redrawing, of course. But other than that, fiddle around with it and see what you can make of it. And this drawing, this gesture drawing, will be a very cool one. It's from Alan Davis. I took a drawing from Alan Davis. It was Captain Britain. And this is really cool for me because I'm such a huge fan from David Finch, and he is very influenced by Alan Davis, and you can see this even in this pose, I dare say. He's using like the same posture but a different rendering style, but I would say Alan Davis is the biggest influence of David Finch, so go ahead and take a look. If you're not familiar with Alan Davis's art, it's a little bit of older comic book art, but still great to look at. He really knows what he's doing. And you can see it in this pose already. It's not done yet, but it looks pretty cool. It looks like the hero is in the middle of the fight but has to look up because something big is coming, and I can already see it in this part of the pose, and that's amazing. So make sure to give this one some extra love, because it's a really good pose and you will learn a lot of it. From it, actually. And yeah, the only things left to do are the legs. They come in like this, and there's a lot of bending and twisting in the whole pose. The upper body is twisting against the lower body a little bit, and the legs are speaking for themselves. You can see how dynamic they look. Really, really good one. And we are back to our master, David Finch. That's from a David Finch Wolverine drawing. You can see I'm also starting with an oval for the upper body from above. Then we draw the upper body and the left shoulder and the left arm, including the fist already. There's the other shoulder, and with these things you have to be very careful. There's the middle line from the chest muscle, and you need to be very careful to put the chest on the right place, the line from the chest muscle. You would maybe do it too high or too low. Both things happened to me, so I guess it might be the same for you. So take extra care, and there's a lot of foreshortening in this pose in the upper body, so you also have to be very careful not to leave too much room for the stomach muscles. That's very easy to happen, so be extra careful and aware of that one. The right thigh is coming towards us a bit, but really just a little bit. And of course we have to draw in the feet and the left left thigh is almost straight down, maybe a little bit bent backwards. You can alter that as you like. And yeah, what's a really good thing to do is, by the way, you can draw this pose and then you draw it again and just alter some little things like a leg bending in this direction or the arm bending in another direction. Fool around with it and maybe you might even find something you like even better. And this one is also from a David Finch Wolverine drawing, also a pose I really like. So this one is not bent forward as much as the one from before, but still he's a little bit bent towards us, and it's just a really cool pose, you will see in a second. So just follow along. You can see it's quite simple actually, because the body is not as foreshortened as in the other drawing. What's also good to pay attention to is that the head, the outline of the head, is almost touching the line from the left shoulder. So be aware of that, just so it's in the right place. And we are just doing our fist again, just like that. The other fist is from a bit of another angle. And the cool thing about this pose are the legs. You will see in a second he's standing on something with the right leg. Could be rocks or dead body or whatever you want to. You could even go ahead and use this pose for the Batman, and the right leg is standing on a chimney. Would look awesome as well. And I think that's pretty cool, because the right thigh is coming towards us so much, and the left leg has this twist in it, which I also really like. So I think that's a very powerful pose. Make sure to practice this one a lot. Now we will draw a very hero-like pose from the side. This is one originally done by Jim Lee, also done by Mark Silvestri. He did Superman and Batman in the same poses, and many other artists did it as well. It's a pretty cool pose where the hero is just standing there, and you can do a lot with the background on this one and let the cape fly in the wind or something like that. So he's just standing there. We need to draw him from the side, but still I kind of draw in my middle line, which mostly indicates the spine. And there you can see already the left leg is bent a lot and standing on something. Again, this could be a chimney if it's the Batman, or a gargoyle. There's the left arm. As you can see, I drew it through the body, so I know where it should be positioned. Just don't just draw an arm sticking out of the character. Make sure to know where its origins are, and then it's looking better. For sure. Yeah, and that's just the right leg, and I guess we are done with this one. Of course, the chest muscles need to be there, and the chest itself. So we know where the stomach muscles and the ribs will be. This one will be more dynamic again. Not Spider-Man-like. You could use it on Spider-Man, but it's a bit of a different pose. And I will do an extra video on Spider-Man poses, because he's a very popular character and lots of you guys I know like to draw the Spider guy, so I will do one of those as well. But this one is more like Daredevil or something like that. You could also use it and make him a bit more muscular and let one of the big guys like the Batman jump around like this one. This reference I used was also from David Finch. He drew a Daredevil like that, and yeah, that's a pretty cool pose. He's jumping down the roof or something, and you can already see how much of an impact the legs have on this pose. They really look awesome. It looks awesome already. The arms are up there a little bit like a monkey, because he needs to find his balance with the arms, so they need to be where they are. But you could also fiddle around with this one and use the pose. Just draw the legs and the upper body and do something different with the arms. They could be bent back or something like that. You would have to try out what you can do and could alter the pose to something completely different, so it's actually yours and still would look amazing, I dare say. Other than that, there's the chest muscle and the chest. Done. And similar to the first pose, we end our drawing practice with another standing upright pose from a superhero, but still quite different to the one we drew in the beginning. You will see there's a lot of tension in the drawing. The upper body is bent forward quite a bit, which means he's showing his chest and chest muscles. This character will look quite angry. And now I want you to concentrate on the middle line of the chest, because you can see the right chest is way bigger than the left one, the chest muscle I mean, so you can see the foreshortening quite good here. And same like on the first pose, one of the legs, in this case the left leg, is carrying most of the weight of the character, and the right one is just there to look cool actually. Nah, he's standing, but most of the weight is on the left one. So there's also just a little bit to be seen of the shoulder, of the left shoulder I mean. The head right there, that's the middle line of the head, and he's looking down a little bit because, like I said earlier, he's angry. And now we just need to finish this one up with drawing the left arm. Like I said, the shoulder is almost not to be seen, and there's just the left fist. And we are done with another one.
Okay guys, here we go. We produced quite some gestures. I hope you have been able to come along and draw with me, because this will help so much. And if you do this video 2 to 3 times a week, you will improve so much, I guarantee you that. And just to show you what you can do with one of these gestures, I will pick one of them and do an actual drawing. Let's go!
Yeah, she's got some nice long hair, and you know that she's a bad chick. All the boys stare, can't help it, it's a habit. Clothes that she wears, short skirt and a jacket. I just wanna get her all alone on a mattress. I just wanna have it, I just gotta have it. Rumors all around say her body is fantastic. All natural, not a piece of fur is plastic. Head to her toes, yeah, they say that she's a latch. Yeah, the whispers all around say she has a reputation. Don't believe it till I see it, so
And here we go! I used the pose to draw Aquaman. Here you can see again the pose we drew in our practice drawing before, and here it is in a big comic book drawing. It was a lot of fun. I was fiddling around with my newfound style, which I'm working on constantly. Let me know down in the comments if you like it, but I will do a video about that anyway, so you will see more about that. And yeah, that's just a nice way to show you how you can use those poses for really cool drawings. And I think I mentioned it earlier, but this pose is from Alan Davis. He drew a really cool Captain Britain in this pose, and yeah, I used it to do an Aquaman. Okay my friends, and that's it for today's video. I hope you had fun drawing with me, and I hope you will do this video every other day. Watch it every other day and draw along. You will learn so much. It's just we need to get those poses in our muscle memories. So don't stop drawing, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're new. And what also would be very appreciated, if you would share this video with your friends. That would help me out a lot and will help me to continue with all the comic book stuff I'm doing here. So if you enjoy it, please share the video. Thank you! Okay guys, so have a great day, And now I would like you to go and watch this video. That's where I show you and tell you all you need to know about pencils. I think it's a very interesting video, especially if you're into comic book art. So see you there, my friends, and also on the next video. And thank you for watching. You're the best.